All right, friends. So welcome back after the break. So just a quick turnaround. We basically were talking about virtualization, but virtualization has certain problems. It is heavy weighted and heavy resource consumption approach to ensure that the applications are shared. The developed applications are shared with end users. So this is the containerization concept which came into picture, which is like a lightweight application perspective virtualization. Right? Only applications are getting virtualized or containerized. There are a bunch of advantages that we have talked about when we talk about containerization. And this containerization is done using a software called container. And when we talk about the advantages with respect to the containers, we have portability, consistency, then performance, right? Wise quick performance as an advantage. Then we have modularity, scalability, right? All these bunch of advantages are there with respect to creating containers. And in order to do this management of containers, we will have Kubernetes used, which is also called as K8S, shortening. And Kubernetes is a container management open source software, which was developed by Google in around 2014. So if you have less number of containers, then Docker is good enough and manual management of your containers can happen. Runtime instances. But when you have a lot of containers to be managed, then we need an automated technique, which is Kubernetes. Right? And when we talk about Kubernetes has a bunch of components which allow the containers to be managed. And Kubernetes is a cluster-based distributed computing framework, distributed framework-based application. So it will always have master-slave architecture. And in master, we will have certain services. We talk about API server, right? Then we have etcd. Then we have scheduler. And we also have control manager, right? So control manager. These are the manager or master-based applications. Then with respect to the slave, we have cubelet. Right? This becomes very important interface between API server and the Docker, local Docker software, Docker servers. Then we have proxy, which is basically used for network-related maintenance. And all this is done using your container engine. And here in Kubernetes, the container engine that is used is Docker itself. Okay, these run on slave or worker. Right? So this is about your Kubernetes.